Hi everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw a Megalosaurus. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, so I've said this before, I'm running out of, I don't get the difference. I'm running out of, I'm not an educated man. I'm an artist, I'm a drawer, not a thinker, and these are all starting to look the same to me. I'm gonna have to really switch to a different kind of dinosaur because this is really all starting to look alike, and I'm trying to mix it up. So that's kind of the nice thing, is I can at least have a little fun with poses, you know, and give you something a little crazier, you know, a little more action dinosaur or something, you know. But yeah, they're all starting to look alike to me, so I gotta find a different dinosaur. I gotta do some more research, basically, is what it is. So I'm not blaming the dinosaurs, you know, it's my fault. I'm the one who did the research. I'm the one who pulled this. But yeah, the last few are looking the same to me, so I gotta do a different one. I'm gonna do some research and find something cool, or at least a very unique looking one, you know. That's kind of the downside, is all I see is the same thing, so, you know, I just gotta find a different one that looks less like a Tyrannosaurus. That's the only one I know. That's it. So, yeah, that's kind of my point, is I gotta find something a little different. Okay, so, and also, I only have the bones to go by. You know, I don't have a lot of reference besides the bones, and so I can just ooh, that's not bad, I like that. So we'll make this one kind of coming at you. Kind of ready to chomp on you. Something like that. Kind of an action pose, I guess. Yeah. Kind of a little down, little shoulder up, little boom. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. This one has this weird little bump right here on the top of the head, so I'm kind of playing around with that look. Here we go. Yeah, that's a little unique, a little different. Okay, that might be enough for this one. I mean, like I said, it's pretty much just dinosaur body, action pose, right? Let me define a little bit more here. Kind of get crazy with just going for the open sketch. I was ready to move. Oh, now I got the little dangly claw on the back, right? Okay, so that's going there. That's going to come down here. I'm going to put like a big old claw on this side, big old claw on that side. There we go. Not too bad. I can live with that. So let me erase some of the sketch lines, and how many fingers are there? I just see 3. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Let me erase some of the sketch lines, and then we will switch over to the Sharpie, and we'll welcome everybody that skipped. Basically, I want my Sharpie to stand out, not these pencil lines. And if you're working with pencil, you just keep going. You start working with that pencil. You just start drawing darker. But I want my Sharpie to stand out, so I'm going to erase my sketch lines and stick with the confidence lines. And what that is, I've gone over this before, is that as you're throwing lines down, those are sketch lines. You're not confident. As you get more confident, your lines get darker. And those take a lot more to erase. So they're what stick around. They are what stick around. And that's what I call the confidence line. So let's welcome everybody. Welcome skippers, welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point and can find the things that a fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of the sketch, and I've left myself a small guide that I can use to guide me. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the Sharpie pen. Usually I do the Sharpie fine point. Usually I do the Sharpie pen, but this is such a big drawing that I don't have to worry about fine details, not yet. Let's go ahead and start with the eyes and work our way back. So I'm going to do a little doodly of an eye like that. And then, oh, there you go. And then now we'll add some fine detail. Just a little bit of fun. And we're just going to kind of do something like this. Just to add a little bit of dino texture is what I call it. Dino detail, that's what I call it, dino detail. And we'll add color in the eye and all that stuff later. For now, I just kind of wanted to add a little bit of that. And I'm going to give him some texture like this. I'm kind of following the bones because that's all I really have to go by. So, you know, those big sockets in the nose and all that stuff. I'm just kind of doing something like that just to accent, like that's where the skin's hanging over. And it's the only thing I have to go by. It's my only guide. So that means I'm going to draw the top of his head, kind of coming up like this. And come around to that other piece. Come around to the nose, like that. Then the mouth. I'm going to come in here and do one of these. And I can add some detail with the Sharpie pen in a second. Let's go ahead and finish up the head, then we'll add all kinds of nose and all kinds of fun stuff like that. So a lot of people draw it with that little thing in the mouth right there. We'll go ahead and do it. I don't know why they're doing that, but it's kind of like a little fleshy skin in between the mouth. So like a cheek, I guess is what we'll call it. I don't know. So we're just going to say that's what he has too. Kind of come up here like this. And we'll say the bottom jaw comes down, comes up like that. Now it's going to go back in, but I'm going to stick a tongue out of this one. Like this. Blah. All right, now, oh, I forgot to do the teeth. Whoops. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start adding some detail, like the nostril, like that. And I want to draw the tongue, but yeah, I got to do the mouth. So let's add a whole bunch of little teeth. And there's some obviously behind this row, but we're not going to worry about all that. We're just going to draw what we can see. And so this is why I carry the Sharpie pen. See, I should have drawn it first. That way the tongue's not going through the teeth like that, but it's okay. And we'll do the same thing here. Bunch of little rows of teeth, and we'll do the other side in a bit, but I want to do what you can see first. And normally, I mean, the teeth aren't always going to be perfectly under the lip like this, but that's how we always draw them. That's what we're used to, so we're just going to continue to draw it like that. There you go. So now that we got that, I can draw like the middle of the tongue, something like this. Just draw some weird danglies for the tongue, something like that. And then just a little bit of crazy weird dino detail, you know? You don't have to do exactly like I'm doing, but you know, you can guide it how you want. All right. Okay, so he's kind of lunging out, kind of jumping at you. So I'm going to have him flowing back the rest of this way, obviously. So I'm going to have this shoulder up a little bit. He's kind of diving at you a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do something like this, a little bit of scaly bumps. And this is where his shoulder is going to be, okay? Oops, didn't connect right there. What's up with that? So that means his shoulder is going to be here. His bicep is right here. And then his forearm to his hand, like this. So it's kind of bent up a little bit. So his hand's kind of turned towards you. So I'm going to draw one finger like this, kind of raised up, the other one kind of coming down. And so see, I'm just kind of adding just a little bit of extra detail because I was talking about this in the sketch. I'm running out of dino ideas. Well, not ideas, but they're all starting to look the same to me. The ones that I'm picking, the ones that I grabbed, they're like this is, you know, MegaloSaurus and all that. They look very, very Tyrannosaurus to me. So I'm running out of how to make them look different ideas. So I'm just trying to give you a different pose, maybe different fighting style or something, but the next ones are going to start to be a little different. I'm going to make different looking dinosaurs. Let's draw his neck down to his body so we can see where we are. So I'm going to give him a little goblet neck like that, down to his chest, and we'll say it's in front of that arm, so I'm going to bring it down right here, and I'm going to stop right about there because that's where I'm going to put his leg. And let's do these parts while we're here, then we'll finish up that leg. Let's see, so I'm gonna do his arm like this. There's his forearm, his wrist, here's the elbow, like that. So I'm gonna do basically a thumb type thing right there. And I'm drawing it more finger style than little dangly hands like they do, but you know, I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to give you something different, I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. Okay, remember, you don't have to draw the exact same lines I'm drawing. You just draw how you draw, because this is how I draw, you draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. But this will help you if you need some ideas. I'm going to add a little more points on those nails because this Sharpie, even though it's a fine point Sharpie, it's not as fine as we want it to be. Alright, so again, I'm going to add a little bit of extra just to make it come alive, you know? Yeah, something like that. There we go, just a little bit of extra just takes it over the top, you know? Okay, so that means, let's draw this leg now. This one's reaching over, down to his knee. There's the inside. Then they got extra appendages, like we have like 2, right? What's it, tibula, fibula, all that stuff. Humerus, tibula, fibula, yeah, so they've got more. They've got 3 right here, so we're gonna do a little something like this. And this is the one that's going down into the big tootsies. Gonna do that little dangly part right there. Now remember, I sketched this out, so I'm not just drawing willy or nilly. This is all very much planned. So, you know, even though it looks like I'm just throwing lines down, just making it up, I did plan it, so. It's always worth it to make a good plan. You get a good idea of where you're gonna go. All right, so I'm gonna put this leg out here. So let's see the top of the thigh like this, coming down to the knee. Big fat old thigh over on this side, and we'll just say that it's like a big muscle right there. Okay, so again, we're going to draw this part right here. So this is going to come in. There's the hamstring, right? No, is that right? Calf. That's the calf. That's what that is. Where's the hamstring? So here? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so now I'm going to draw this part, but like more pointing this way because he's in a big wide stance, you know, ready to fight. All right, so I'm going to draw big toe like this. A toe like this. And let's see, so we'll draw one over here like that. Then we'll say the big old danglers on that side. Again, let me add a little bit of extra detail. And again, I'm just making this up, so you know, feel free to draw what you want too. You don't have to draw the exact lines. Or don't feel bad if you don't draw the exact lines I'm drawing. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay? I mean, I encourage you to, you know, let me guide you, let me help you. But don't feel bad if you forgot a line or you're trying to count how many. Just make it fun. You know, that's really what it comes down to. All right, so now we're just gonna whip that tail around. So I'm gonna continue this over here, come down this way. Boom, look at that big curl. That's a flow. All right, so the top part, I'm gonna bump it a little bit more because we're gonna say this like the spine, you know, the bumpity parts like that. Again, just gonna add just a touch of detail. Just gonna, it's a little thin. You know, bring yours out a little bit more like that. Make yours a little thicker. Mine came out pretty thin, but that's okay. We're gonna say he's turned a little bit, so he's been working out. But you make yours look better. That's what your goal is. Always look better than mine. As an artist, you should always be, every piece should be your best piece because you're going to get better and better and better. Okay? If it's not, no big deal. You just keep practicing, keep trying. Because we always got to practice. All right, there we go. So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is a MegaloSaurus Dinosaur. So here's my colored version. You can color it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.